Hey guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network, and I'm back with a Crime Lines quick update on the Chad Daybell murder case of Tammy Daybell, Joshua J.J. Vallow, and Tylee Ryan. Earlier this month, a judge sentenced Daybell to death, 3 life sentences plus extra time for the insurance fraud and grand theft larceny. So now the judge, Steven Boyce, has issued an order permanently sealing nearly 100 exhibits displayed in Chad Daybell's murder trial. He made this decision after he received several requests for the evidence from authors and members of the media. He said, quote, certain requests seek to obtain all of the exhibits in this case, with some expressly requesting the autopsy photos published to the jury in this case, Boyce wrote in his order. He goes on to say the court notes that at trial, those photos were published to the jurors, the parties, the court, and in some instances privately to victims upon the request. They were not, however, publicly disseminated. So Boyce says in making his decision, he's really just trying to balance the rights of the victim and the rights of the public to have information. So, quote, including those who have a vested interest in monetizing the tragedy surrounding this case. So the court was particularly moved by several victim impact statements at sentencing expressly criticizing individuals proclaiming to be media who, in the course of this case, have disrupted the lives of the families of the victims in the past and now continue their efforts to sensationalize and capitalize on this case, Boyce wrote. He goes on to say some of these family members described in detail the psychological trauma they have been unfairly been subjected to by the media, and simply because they had some familial relationship to the victims in this case. So in referring to the media, Boyce noted he does not mean established and historically recognized reporting agencies, but true crime bloggers and YouTubers. So he's basically saying we're not members of the media and we shouldn't have these things because of the fact that we are just trying to exploit them. But I'm not quite sure why the recognized reporting agencies aren't exploiting them, nor are any of the people making documentaries about this exploiting them, why he's only including true crime bloggers and YouTubers. But Boyce has sealed 97 exhibits, including photos taken during the autopsies of Joseph J.J. Vallow, Tylee Ryan, and Tammy Daybell. And he says these are pictures of the human remains also found on Daybell's property are also permanently sealed. He says the interest of the victims and their family members to be spared the ongoing trauma of such sensitive or gruesome material being disseminated is not outweighed by the right of public disclosure of this evidence, Boyce wrote. He went on to say victims Tylee Ryan, J.J. Vallow, Tamara Douglas Daybell, and their family members respect dignity and privacy are best protected by continued sealing of these exhibits. And, you know, I kind of agree with him. I don't think that we need to have the autopsy pictures of these children. I don't think we need to see the pictures of their bodies from, when they were taken out of the burial site on Chad's property. I really think that we don't need those. We have a very clear, concise idea of what happened in this case. It has been heavily covered in the media, and so I don't feel like we need those things released to us. I don't think it makes any difference in how anyone would tell this story. I don't think that we need to subject the families to this either. So I agree with them in this case. So have a good one from the Good Wives, serving up true crime, one dish at a time. Bye, guys.